So here's the mayor. This guy is one of the most agonizing buffoons I've seen in a while. And I've seen a lot of agonizing buffoons.
I guarantee he will start getting buzzed for presidential nomination soon.
He will.
If you are the douchiest of douches and you're on the left.
Somebody's going to pluck the Minneapolis mayor out and into a national campaign here.
This is because it's why you know Jasmine Crockett's name.
Yeah.
It's why you know AOC's name. It's why you know Gavin Newsom's name. This is the road to success in the modern left.
For sure. And now you're going to know the name Jacob Fry. Here he is, cut 6.
I have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed at our trans community.
Oh, yeah. That's the number one thing we need to talk about.
What
right?
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids. Kids died today. This needs to be about them. This needs to be wrapping our arms around
I'm curious.
every bit of love that we can possibly show.
Does your brain not work? If you just let it with the trans community, why are you talking about the kids?
Right. Should have started with the kids.
Yeah, maybe that's all you should have said.
Right.
Maybe that's it. Did you happen to watch this? Were you around the TV when this occurred?
I was
Or did
not.
you just see the clip?
Yeah.
If you were there watching it when it occurred, what you saw was this thing that I'm sure you've seen all the clips of him with this just quite obviously insincere nonsense, right? He didn't. The last thing all was flashing in front of his eyes was his political career in this moment.
Oh yeah,
because you could tell he's nervous. He's kind of like butchering the typical stupid lines every leftist says in these moments. But you know, he's reading everybody. He's reading Jen Psaki tweets in front of a microphone. But immediately after that was the police officer who was giving the briefing, and he spoke emotionally about it. And the difference between these two was night and day. Yeah. He actually cared.
Yeah, he did.
He gave a crap. It was actually affecting him. He wasn't thinking about his political future. He actually was talking about something that mattered and actually felt it. And you could see the difference between the two individuals.
That's for sure.
Oh, man, it was really jaw-dropping to watch.
In fact, this is a really quick clip here. Play cut 3 from the Minneapolis police chief. This shows that, the guy he was deeply affected.
The question from Matt was, how are the injured students doing? I believe all of them have their parents with them now, and they are all expected to survive. All of the remaining victims are expected to survive. There is a range of injuries, however.
When he gets into what transpired, it's very clear that he was deeply moved by it.
Angry.
Deeply moved.
But moved by all of this, and it's the exact opposite. You could just tell. If this guy is not at least talked about as the VP candidate for Gavin Newsom, I'll be shocked because they're the same person. They're the same psychosis.
Yep.
The same absolute adoration for self. You could just
no question.
You could see it in everything he did yesterday. It was all about him.
Yep.
And what a disgraceful time to make it about you.
Yep. And try to further your political career. All right, so we got scolded on the trans issue, and then the obligatory gun BS had to start from Jacob Fry, who is the Minneapolis mayor. Here's what he had to say about guns.
Look, we need to be doing more than talking. It can't just be words. There needs to be action. And when we have seen school shooting after school shooting, when we have seen churches get shot up by horrible actors, I think the impetus has to be on all of us as leaders to do a whole lot more, to recognize that we've got more guns in this country than we have people. And it's on all of us to recognize the truth and the reality that we can't just say that this shouldn't happen again and then allow it to happen again and again beyond that.
Because the solution to this guy shooting a bunch of people is taking Pat's gun away.
Yeah, right.
That's in Texas. That's what it is. That's the solution right there. And just, it shows how stupid it was. The thing that really puts an exclamation point on how dumb that was is stupid Tim Walz in the background. Stupid Tim Walz, gets himself off the couch and lumbers down to the press conference to stand behind this guy. What a disgrace these people are. Oh, God.
There are very few people I dislike more than Tim Walz. I can't look at him. It's very hard to even see him appear on camera.
He's such a doofus.
Oh, man.
The fact I will remain fascinated by the moment of choosing this dolt for the rest of my life.
And thank goodness she did, because
thank God.
I think that hurt her a lot.
I do too. I mean, he was legitimately terrible.
What's his face in Pennsylvania would have been so much better.
Shapiro would have been better.
Shapiro would have been way better.
He's definitely a left. He's on the left, and he's a slick politician and all that. But he's at least not a complete.
He's
moron.
Ronald Reagan compared to Tim Walz.
Yes.
Come on. Agonizing.
Hey, we have our main candidate can't say anything intelligent. Let's double down. Let's bring in the dumbest person we can find on the planet and make him our VP choice.
We found the worst possible running mate on the planet.
Thank God. Thank God.
I know.
Thank God.
I know. We got to show you the tweet from Jen Psaki. Oh my gosh.
You're going to set me off on this one.
This is incredible. There it is. Yeah. Jen Psaki. Prayer is not freaking enough. Prayers does not end school shootings. Prayers do not make parents feel safe sending their kids to school. Prayer does not bring these kids back. Enough with the thoughts and prayers. Did anybody say thoughts and prayers are the only thing we should be doing? I don't know that anybody says that.
Well, Pat, might not be religious enough to know this, but Pat, prayer is like a vending machine. What you do is you say it in everything. Like if you say you want $14.11 to appear in your pocket, you pray for that, and it just occurs. That's how prayer works.
Really?
Yeah, people don't realize that. I was surprised.
I didn't realize that.
That's how it's supposed to work.
A praying person enough to understand that.
Well, apparently not. It's a fascinating tweet. And can I bring up two different things here on this?
I wish you would. Mm-hmm.
Three. First of all,
okay.
Hey guys, we just lost an election. No one in the middle of the country wanted to vote for us. What should we do? I don't know. Quadruple down on hating prayers.
Yeah.
So, politically speaking, so stupid.
They
is. All think it's so smart. They think this is the best point in the world because they all say it all the time. And they think it's this incredible moment. It's like they came up with this incredible intellectual brainstorm where they've come up with this idea that what we should do, guys, is just mock prayers. We can solve all of these issues if we just mock people's most closely held beliefs.
And it's only... it's so brilliant because only 80% of us are people of faith.
Right. So just go right after that.
Yeah.
Just politically speaking, so dumb. But that's, of course, the least important of this. The phrase, prayer is not freaking enough. Now, she did add the freaking out of the normal, typical, has been said by 9 zillion liberals. And she's supposed to be this brilliant leader of the left. Prayer is not freaking enough. Reveal something, okay? Now, if you happen to be a Christian, if you happen to be someone who believes in God, you've probably been to church before, and what they've explained on multiple occasions is likely something to the effect of, God is enough, okay? Prayer is enough. It actually is the most important thing you can do, right? It's crucial, and it always is enough. It's all you need. It's stated in a bunch of different ways throughout the Bible and throughout the faith. But I can understand, as someone who recognizes not everyone shares our faith, that if you are a person who is not a believer, that statement might connect with you, right? If you are an atheist, saying something like prayer is not enough might connect with you because you might say, yeah, we need, and if you, let's say, for example, you happen to worship government as your God. That's a really that sentence probably connects deeply with you. These people with their fake gods, their fake religion, their fake, sky god and boomstick. Those people are silly and pathetic, and our religion of praising bureaucrats in Washington are the only ones who can solve problems like this. Like that probably understandably connects with you. So it reveals something about Jen. I mean, I don't know what her situation is, but
I don't either, but she must be.
I assume she's an atheist from that. It's certainly not someone who's connecting with the basic tenets of her faith if she's not, right? Maybe she just, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It should be more important to me than it is, I suppose, is the answer, because I really don't freaking care about her at all. But it does reveal something about what your position is on faith. You don't believe the tenets of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's okay. There's a lot of people who are atheists and might not. The other thing, though, that she ends it with is also reveals something, but something completely different. And something much more offensive to the American standard. We've always had atheists in our country, and we've always respected their rights to be atheists and not believe. But she ends it with, enough with the thoughts and prayers. The first part of it is, I don't believe prayers will solve this. The second part is, I don't want you praying. I don't want to hear about your prayers. I dislike the fact that you think prayers are important. I don't want you, religious person, here. I don't want you as part of this conversation. I hate you and everything you believe in. That's what that reveals. It's something totally different and much, much more awful. And of course, it's what Democrats actually like about it. That's where so many of them are. Centrally focused in just eliminating you and your beliefs. That's what they seem to actually want. And normally, someone like Jen Psaki, who is a trained media expert,
that's why this is so surprising.
A person who whose job was to lie to us to make people of faith believe,
and she did that well.
Yeah, she did that well in comparison to what's her face.
Yes.
I wouldn't say well, but well in comparison to the person she specifically chose to make her look good upon her exit. What was her? What's her name? I want to say Jean-Claude Van Damme, but it's not her. Right? Thank you, Corinne Jean-Pierre. It wasn't Jean-Claude Van Damme, though I think he would have been better.
By far.
Don't you think?
By far, yes.
It would have been more entertaining.
Yes. He barely speaks English. He would have been better.
Right. The end of that phrase shows her visceral hatred for you, which, of course, is something she did everything she could while in the White House to hide. Her job was to hide how they felt about you when she's in the White House. Now she's on MSNBC, and her new job is to tell everyone how she actually feels. And that, by the way, is how she actually feels. That is who she is. It's been revealed.
She made that really clear.
Really clear. She hates you. And you know what? She's getting cheered on for it. Why? Because so many of the people that she associates with
feel the same way.
Feel the exact same way. They just don't normally blurt it out like that.
And you know what? That's why they lost the election. That's one of the many reasons that the Democrats and the left lost the election last time. We're tired of this kind of stuff.
Yep.
It's
true.
They don't know who they're dealing with. I don't know if they think that the American people are a bunch of atheists who don't pray, but that's what they're acting like. That's what they're acting like. They just think that they are the standard in America now.
Yeah.
And nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, we're probably not as faithful as we once were as a nation, but we're still, it's still 80% of us are Christians. And that's a pretty high percentage. 80% of people don't agree on much. And so if you're willing to just dismiss 80% of Americans, you're not going to win elections, and you're not going to gain viewers.
No. And look, I I hope they continue to do things that make
I
them
do
lose
too.
elections. I don't know what
Yeah, I
our
do
country,
too.
what kind of position our country would be in if they were winning more of
Oh
them.
my gosh!
But what's fascinating about this, and it's a really difficult problem for Democrats to solve, is, and look, I will say this: we also have an issue with this at times on our side, and the problem is the incentives are so lined up. Every single part of Jen Psaki's life right now indicates to her she should do more of that. More money, more viewers, more attention, more interviews on Colbert, more clicks, more likes, all of that. If you say stuff like that, oh, you religious trash, get out of our lives, you're going to get more attention, more adoration, and more of everything you want. Now, when she was in the White House, her incentive structure was a little bit different, right? Like her incentive structure was to try to win elections and try to shield us from knowing that the president of the United States had no mental capacity. Those are different goals. Her goal now is to make Jen Psaki's life better. And it's not to win elections. Jasmine Crockett does the crap she does, not to win elections. Because Jasmine Crockett wants more in the life of Jasmine Crockett, right? Like, and we have some of this on our side as well, but it is really, really egregious on the left right now. And I don't know how they solve it. I
hope they don't.
Look at Gavin Newsom. Did Gavin Newsom get adoration for interviewing Charlie Kirk? No. They hated him for it.
Yeah. And he dropped that quickly.
He dropped it in 2 weeks, and now he's Mr. Anti-Trump guy. He's totally on the other side. He's a completely different human being. And what's happening now? Adoration, money, clicks, likes, poll numbers going up in the primary. Not, that doesn't mean he's going to win an election. It means he's going to win a nomination potentially. And all of these incentives point the exact same way, which means you're going to get more of this idiocy. And it's not going to be fun for us, but it should, with any level of competence on our side, make elections a hell of a lot easier.